afternoon, South Africa. Welcome to Afternoon Express live on SABC3. It's Tuesday, which means it's cook-along day. How are you, Clem?
So good, so excited. It's my favorite day of the week.
Awesome, absolutely. We're making two of my favorite dishes. First of all, we've got a special guest joining us in the loft, obviously, as usual, on a cook-along. And we're making sushi.
Yeah, but it's going to be sushi with a bit of a twist.
Oh, sushi with a twist.
So if you're not into raw fish, it's okay. We're actually going to have you covered today with our sushi menu. But we're going to start with something a little sweet. I know that you love panna cotta.
I love panna cotta.
So we're going to make a panna cotta.
And you're going to teach me how to make it. Quick and easy.
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely. Cool. And if you have any questions for us regarding our sushi making, or if you're cooking along with us, or you just want to give us some tips or learn some tips from us, call us on 021-430-9881 or just comment on our Facebook page as usual. So what are our ingredients for the cook-along today?
So we're going to start with some rice. We're going to teach you how to do some rice for sushi, for your sushi dish.
Right.
Grab some vegetables, your cucumbers, some carrots and some avo. And if you've got some nori sheets at home, get them out.
I can just eat this
Me too.
raw all the time.
If you don't have this at home, we actually got a plan for you as well. So we're literally catering to everyone today.
Okay, awesome. And the keyword for this recipe is rice. SMS that keyword to 33650, and there you'll get the link to the ingredients and the recipe. And if you're dying to find out who our special guest will be cooking along with us today is, let's head over to Jeannie on the couch.
Thank you, Bonnie, and it is always a pleasure getting with you in the kitchen on the fantastic Tuesday cook-along. So welcome to the show, everybody. Our special guest today is the man of many faces and one of South Africa's most loved comedians. Kurt Schoonraad is in the loft to talk about his latest projects. How are you?
I'm so cool. Thank you very much, Jeannie.
Welcome back.
Thanks for having me back.
The last time you were here, you were with Jack. How is he doing?
He's very well. He's grown at least a year and a half since the last time we chatted.
So that's this much?
No, it's about that much.
Really?
Yeah, between 5 and 6 and 5.5 and 7. It's quite a bit, eh?
Brilliant.
Yeah, so I'm a very happy dad, and I get to do all kinds of stuff I haven't done in ages, like skate and hurt myself and all of that.
Yeah, but you live in Cape Town. I was going to say Scape Town. But you see a lot of adult men skateboarding in Cape Town all of the time.
Well, there almost is a need to now, you know? With this beard, there comes a hipster lifestyle.
Well, you've definitely got the look down pat. But now, you know, you're not only a proud father of Jack, but I mean, you've got another baby that you definitely should be very proud of.
I do.
Which is the Cape Town Comedy Club.
Indeed.
So now ranked number 9 in the world.
Isn't that
of
cool?
Best comedy clubs. I mean, congratulations.
I'm still shocked by that, to be quite honest. But
in the world. And you even beat the one in Singapore.
The one called...
Masala, I think it's
Comedy
called.
Masala in Kuala Lumpur. It is a legend room. So to be rated above that is a huge accolade for us in the comedy business in South Africa. It really is.
So what do you award that?
Support from the comedy industry.
Yeah. Good
team. And us being in the waterfront helps a lot. So we get quite a bit of international traffic passing the building. Lots of them come and see the show every night. As much as almost 30-40% of the rooms not South African on any given night. So that's helped hugely to get the point across, I guess.
And I think you've always got your finger on the pulse. I mean, I think that's where you and I have got a lot in common, actually, is that we always see in clubs scouting the hottest talent. I don't really care
not
if
that much anymore. Well, comedy clubs are a little different, of course. They're a lot more adult. And the last time I was in a club not too long ago to judge some competition, as it were.
Yeah.
I felt like a dinosaur there.
Really?
Yeah. The average age was about 19 to 23, and 44 doesn't quite fit into that group anymore.
Well, look, you're quite an advocate and you've got quite a voice in the Open Up the Industry. Do you feel a little threatened, or do you feel there's a difference in age in terms of how people are approaching comedy? Because I think as you get older, you get funnier because you get more life experience.
Fortunately enough, for me, as far as the business side of it goes, and sustainability in the business is a long, very important battle, so to speak, to keep abreast of. So we're finding that comedy, the one genre is comedy that covers all of the bases. On any given night at the comedy club, we'll have very young attendees in, and then we would have a 80-year-old in as well.
Yeah,
and just about everyone in between. And what's great is it covers the whole of Cape Town. We get every square inch of Cape Town in that room on any given night. I'm really proud of that. You know?
And you've been travelling a fair amount. I mean, you were just performing now in Perth.
Yes.
And you take other, like, talents and acts with you.
Indeed.
What was this experience like? Because Perth is the biggest in the world as far as comedy festivals go, no?
It's one of the biggest. There's two others that are ranked slightly above it. There's the Edinburgh Fringe Festival in Scotland, and
the Scottish are really funny.
Of course, yeah,
so
they are. Well, they're also the whole world kind of congregates there during the festival, and then there's the Vancouver Festival in Canada, of course. Those are the two biggest ones, and then Perth is not too far behind that. And what happened there was very simple. Somebody came to the show one night, saw the show, and went, "Can you bring it to Australia?"
Yeah.
And the quick answer was, "Yes, sure, when? Next week, we can go."
Does it happen next week as
Oh,
quickly
no,
as
it
that?
wasn't. No, thank God it wasn't.
But it could have been.
No. I must say, the Australian visa application is something else.
Okay.
It's very, very high-tech. It happens online. You don't even get a lift a pen.
Yeah.
Really.
And how are your jokes received there, or do you feel like you've got to tell a lot of Aussie versus South African jokes?
We were very concerned about that because on one level we didn't want to perform only to South Africans because then we could have stayed at home.
Yeah.
And then on another level, we're not sure if the Aussies were going to get our sense of humour, but...
Of course they are. It's very similar.
Very similar, yeah. We went straight for the rugby and cricket stuff. And find the common ground, and it ended up exceptionally well. We were there for a month. And I took the Springbok comedians with me. We had Rob van Vuuren and Dave Levinson.
Oh, brilliant.
And the three of us just had a month's worth of absolute bliss, great rooms, fantastic organisation of the events. And we just had a blast for a month. I was very chuffed to be invited. And with any luck, next year we'll go back, you know.
Yeah, well, it sounds very promising, very exciting. Thank you so much for coming on the show. How are your cooking skills?
You know, today's choices were very, very carefully made. So I've got a pyro problem, you know. I'm not allowed close to fire at the braai at home, at the stove, nowhere. So they've chosen a meal that requires absolutely no heat today, and I'm rather chuffed with that. Thanks.
Okay, and I think the two of us are pairing up in the kitchen against the two of them.
I'm so sorry. Can I apologise?
High standards. More of that later on when Kurt gets his hands dirty in the kitchen. And we prepare his favourite meal, sushi. But first, a quick break. Clover fresh milk is way better than any other milk. Made with love by Clover.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express, live on SABC3. Panna cotta may be the perfect dessert because it's quick, easy, and basically foolproof. Clem is in the kitchen to make a creamy and delicious milk and honey panna cotta. All the compliments of Clover, of course. Okay, so should we start?
And it's really a simple recipe. So we're using amazing Clover full cream milk as the base of our panna cotta. And did you know that 1 liter of milk goes through 55 quality checks?
I didn't know that.
Did you know that it was that intense? That's so amazing. So
I'm very relieved. I feel at ease now.
Because you know you're always going to get a quality product that's going to taste amazing every single time you screw off that little blue cap.
Tried and tested.
Tried and tested.
Absolutely.
So that's going to start off by being the base, like I said, of our panna cotta. So into a pot, I'm going to go with some milk.
Yeah.
And the panna cottas are basically set by gelatine.
Gelatine, yeah.
So depending on how much gelatine you add to your panna cotta, you can end up either having a very firm panna cotta
or soft.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like right in the middle. I want it to be soft, but still
everything
like
in moderation.
To be like kind of spoon. So the gelatine we're using is leaf gelatine. You can get granulated gelatine as well. I like using leaf gelatine because it's more controlled for me.
Right.
But you can play around with the two. So this is what it looks like when it's still hard. So you kind of like activate it by popping it in some cold water.
Some cold water.
And don't make a mistake of adding it into hot water.
Oh, wow, what happens?
You're kind of going to kill it. Yeah,
oh, it's just going to die.
Cold water, let it swim, let it chill. And then after about, I'd say, let me just turn the heat up quickly on this.
It looks so cool.
It is very, very cool.
Did you just eat this? Like for fun?
No.
Oh, okay.
Because it'll be like sick. No, not at all, no. But it's really great if you want to play around with other flavors as well, just using gelatine as a setting agent, to go for it. So here we go. So this is what it looks like after it spends some time in some cold water. This is about 2 minutes.
Right.
Okay, so once it's nice and soft, it's ready to be used. Okay. So don't use it until it's nice and soft and like wobbly like that.
And wobbly.
Cool. So get that into your milk and let that start cooking. I've turned it up to a medium heat. And now we're going to start adding the flavors. So right now you can go completely crazy.
So that milk is cold for now?
The milk is cold, it's going to come up to temperature, and the gelatin is going to melt in the milk.
Okay.
So I love chai spices. So what you could do right now is you could add some chai spices to this milk, create a nice
like
chai panna cotta,
and a bit
and
of cinnamon
and cardamom. It'll be so amazing.
Nice.
So
I could work with that.
Yeah. So it's a bit of like it's a chill dessert, but a bit of like
vanilla pod.
You know, that'll actually be the best thing. So get that in there. Melt all those flavors together, and then we just strain it off.
Right.
But today we're going to use beautiful creamed honey. So creamed honey, the difference between this and normal honey is it's got a more intense flavor. And you can see it looks like it's been like stirred through with cream, but it's actually been like whipped kind of, like aerated.
It's been whipped for quite a while.
And it's so delicious. It works really well with the panna cotta. The flavor comes through. So we're going to get that in there.
Okay. Just to remind you, the keyword for this recipe is Clover. SMS that keyword to 33650 for the recipe and the full list of ingredients.
There we go.
Okay. So we're not adding all of it. We're just adding
a little bit. You can play around with the flavor of it. Creamed honey. Some people
depending on how sweet you want it.
Exactly. But I'm going to add a little bit of sweetness still with a little more brown sugar. There we go. And some vanilla. I like the flavor. I'm using vanilla paste. Vanilla paste, because you got all those beautiful seeds in there. You could use vanilla extract, absolutely, but I love the colors, like little speckles of black in there.
Yes.
So that's why I love using vanilla paste. That's going to go in. And so it all start melting together. But here's my big secret. Salt.
Salt in your panna cotta?
Exactly, and also salt with honey. Do you know the trick about chocolate milk? If you want the best chocolate milk in the world, a little bit of salt. Same thing with honey. So add a little bit of salt.
Because right now I'm into that caramel and sea salt flavor.
Oh, yes.
So I could see what you're working with here.
Exactly.
I can see what you're putting
just
down.
lifts up the flavor of everything else that you're working with. So let's just check on it and see how we're doing. Let's get that heat up a little bit.
I love how you work the stove. It's such a special stove to work.
It is. I love it. It's almost my second nature already, so I know exactly how this guy works. So, once all your gelatine has mixed through, you'll be ready to go. So you can either use a nice jar. I've got one over here. So the jar's kind of cool because you can set them in the jar, keep them in the fridge, or whenever you're hungry, go for a quick snack. A delicious dessert, more like. So you just pour that in there, get it in nice and easy. And it literally will sit for about 4 hours in the fridge. So lid on, into the fridge. I've got some that we've done already.
Does it ever sit outside of the fridge?
No, and don't make the mistake of putting it in the freezer because you think it's going to set faster. It doesn't work that way. Fridge and patience, that's the key.
Okay.
So here we go. I set these ones in martini glasses.
I love that little wobble on the surface.
There we go. It's a sexy quiver.
Sexy quiver. Ooh.
That's how you know when your panna cotta is ready. So what you're going to do is, I've got some strawberries that are just halved. If you want, you could do like little tiny slices.
Yeah.
So I kind of scatter them over the top.
Yes. So you can kind of really just do whatever you want at this stage.
Absolutely. And you want to finish it off. Okay, you don't have to, but I like knowing what's inside my panna cotta. So I've got a little bit of honey. And I just want to drizzle a little bit over, just to kind of finish it all off.
So yummy. Panna cotta is one of the most comforting desserts
It
in the world.
really is. Look at that. So that's all it is to making a very simple panna cotta.
I hope you'll be making me a creme brulee next.
You know what? Totally. There you go. Panna cotta's done.
Wow.
Yeah,
Can I taste
easy.
it?
Here you go. Got your spoon.
Okay.
Have a taste.
I'll go for the small one.
I'm not nervous at all.
Strawberry. Pressure, pressure.
Happy?
It's delicious. Absolutely so delicious. And remember, we are streaming live, so you can have your phone or your iPad with you while you're in the kitchen. So if you missed any of these steps, here's a quick recap, and then we'll be right back after the break.
Clover fresh milk is way better than any other milk. Made with love by Clover. Welcome back to Afternoon Express, coming to you live on SABC3. So today is Tuesday, which means we're bringing you the fantastic, funnest day of the week, which is our cook-along with our sensational guest, the funniest, Kurt Schoonraad. And today, of course, we are making sushi, which is your favorite meal, apparently.
Indeed, it is, yeah.
Okay, I love sushi as well. But now you're going to teach us how to make it. And the interesting thing about sushi is that originally in Japan, women weren't allowed to make sushi because our hands are too warm. Warm hands, cold heart, baby. Okay, but now how do we get started?
So the most important thing, and essentially what sushi is vinegared rice. So we're going to start off with our rice, but guess what? No vinegar today. Instead, we're going to use coconut milk. Coconut rice is all the rage right now, so we're going to get started on that. So now we know that at home, everyone will be like, oh my word, where are we going to find sushi rice? So we've got you covered. You're not going to use sushi rice today. You're going to use some basmati rice.
So you can actually make sushi with whatever you've got in your cupboard at home, is what he's saying.
The way we're going to get that result, the way we're going to get that result with that sticky rice is slightly overcooking it.
Perfect.
This time you're allowed to overcook it. So Bon, I've got a cup of rice that's in there. Could you add a cup of water for me and a cup of coconut milk? I've added a little salt in there already.
I find basmati rice to be so temperamental.
It is.
I love how it tastes, but cooking it is just such a nightmare, don't you find?
So today you're going to be sorted. So that's
I've got a question.
Go for it.
Slightly overcook it, because I usually go all the way overcooked. Right? So slightly overcook. I need to know where the breaks are.
All right. So you're going to taste your rice. Continue to taste your rice. The method we're going to use today is called this absorbing and steaming method. So we're going to go 1 cup of rice, 2 cups of liquid. Always keep that in mind. So then we're going to put it on a nice high heat, bring it up to a simmer, turn it down to the lowest point on your stove, lid on. Forget about it for 20 minutes. Because at a nice low heat, nothing's going to burn, okay? So you'll come back after that. If it tastes good, cook it for another 10 minutes. Then you're going to get that nice mushy rice. Okay, cool. So Bonnie, you can get that in the pot for me?
So I can put the milk and the water
in, And you can pop the lid on and we'll let that do the thing. I've actually got some rice that I've made before, because here's another cool tip. You can actually use leftover rice to make this dish. I think you always end up with leftover rice, like after sun, exactly. Great way to use it, so give it a good mix. And then lid on.
And will it taste like coconut?
Slight coconut flavor, which is quite nice because it adds a little bit of flavor to that sushi.
So you've got like a tropical sushi vibe going on.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, interesting side note, you apparently don't consume anything with any condiments in it. No mayonnaise, no tomato sauce, no barbecue sauce, no nothing, nada.
It's weird, but no, I don't.
Why?
I don't know. I just... Like mayonnaise, for example. You can't put eggs and vinegar in the same jar. It's not Christian. It's not right.
You
It's not right.
No.
You don't like mayonnaise?
No.
Like my friends...
Is everyone in your house allowed to use condiments?
Well, there are condiments in my house.
Tomato sauce.
Well, I've got a 7-year-old, so tomato sauce is part of the deal, you know?
Yeah.
But I wouldn't touch it with a barge pole, eh?
Really?
I just can't handle the... You know, if you've got warm food and cold sauce... Doesn't work so like that.
That's honestly the oddest thing I've ever heard in my life.
But you're also taking in less preservatives, so you're not missing out on anything.
Indeed, so by default, I'm actually living healthier by not having all the sugar in the sauces. Huh? Method to my madness there.
And hence we're doing a completely cold dish today.
Fabulous.
See, we look after our guests, eh?
And if somewhere, I'm sure you've heard that I'm not allowed close to the stove, so you did the no stove meal. I like that.
I got the email. All right. So what I've got here is I've got some of the rice already cooked.
Is this on? Are you going to switch this on?
No, it's fine because we've actually got some rice that's done. So if you want, you've got a little bowl of water in front of you. You can wet your hands a little bit. And you can kind of like feel the rice. It's nice and mushy. You should be able to mold it slightly. Just like that.
Okay, are we all doing this together?
You can if you want. I just want you to feel what the rice is supposed to be like.
All right.
Well, I don't need to.
Doesn't feel right.
Hey?
It doesn't feel right.
It doesn't feel right.
No.
Oh, you're selling it so well. Basically, if the rice holds together, you're good. It's going to stick to your nori sheets. So is yours together? Let me see. Perfect. Look at that. You're a sushi master.
Yeah, it looks like pop.
Wow, that looks good, buddy. You just got the bases covered there.
And I just squeezed it really hard.
No, it's good. So if it comes together, you're winning.
Okay, cool.
Right, so cool. That's done. You can give it a quick little wipe. You got the cloth over here. So now we're going to start on our vegetables. So the preparation, and with all... Can I please see yours, kid?
It's not bad, eh?
Yeah, it's good.
I like it. It's a little sheep.
It's cute.
A little sheep. I like it.
Thanks, man.
Don't play with your food, Kurt.
Thanks, Mom. Cheers.
Okay. So with Asian food, preparation is everything. I'm not going to even know what's going on there. So we're going to start on our prep for the inside. We're going to fill our roll with. So first things first, we're going to do some cucumber ribbons. So I've got you a nice blue veggie peeler on that side. Bonnie, you're going to do this for me.
Okay.
We're going to make veggie ribbons out of these, and then with the ribbons, we're going to make beautiful julienne cucumbers.
Okay.
What cucumbers?
Julienne.
And we're going to do this.
Do you want to have a go at this?
That does sound very bourgeois, though. Julienne cucumbers, yes, I'm going to do that.
Would you like me to peel all of it all the way around?
I just need some nice long strips.
Oh, just nice long strips.
Just like that. Okay.
If I were you, I probably would go a little bit more.
Yeah, so we're looking for this.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
And remember, today we are making sushi with everything that you can find in your pantry at home or in your cupboards at home. You don't have to go all fancy and bourgeois like Kurt said.
Exactly.
We're doing basic home sushi.
Yeah, you can go bad and bougie.
Yeah.
Okay.
So have you got one there?
I'm working on it. Mine
All
is
right, cool. So as soon as you got one, we can do this together. We can like start really eating some cucumber.
I think we have
Yeah, I
enough.
think I got the
enough.
bases
enough.
covered there.
Okay.
Is
Do
that
you
cool?
need more? Do you want more?
I'm gonna need more for the outside, so cool. So Kurt, good.
Yep.
So Jeannie's got the peeler, that means you're gonna get the knife.
All right.
So what you're gonna do is you're gonna grab a ribbon of cucumber and you're gonna cut it in half. Right? Like that.
Okay.
Okay.
I could just keep going with this. It's so
You can
much
keep
fun.
on going. And then we're gonna overlap them. And then we're gonna cut it again.
Overlap them. Okay.
No, we've missed you already.
Like
Are
just
you
double
getting
it up.
Double it up.
Double it up.
Okay.
Okay.
There we go. Cool, you got it. So now we're gonna put them all on top of each other.
Okay.
Cool. So we've got like a nice deck of cards, but it's just a deck of cucumber slices.
Fabulous.
Winning, there we go. So we're gonna get it down, and now we're gonna start doing thin strips.
Oh, okay. Thin strips.
You with
Yeah,
me?
do you want to do it with these? Check, I've gotten you.
Wow. Okay,
Nice.
you win the
Level
strips
Oh
there.
wow, look at that.
Look at
Jeannie
that
T,
talent,
look at
eh?
you, girlfriend.
I'm a strip.
All right. So how you doing there, Kurt? You wanna give it a go?
I'm working on it there.
cool?
I should just make sure I turn it this way over there because I don't cut myself. Thin little strips like
Thin
this.
little strips.
Okay.
I'm approving so far.
And Jean, you can actually start doing the same to the carrot. Start making little carrot strips as well.
The
So we
thinner
can
the
use
better,
immediate
yeah,
carrots.
Clem?
That's what I like to see anyway.
Kurt, do you guys have a family meal that's like, every family has just that meal that they all love and they either have it on a Friday night or on a Sunday afternoon watching TV?
We all do, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm almost embarrassed to say what it is now. No. Because we work nights, most my missus and myself. So
Yes.
breakfast is a big deal for us. We have our friends over, or we do something with breakfast. So I like. You know, it's only because I'm really good at the one meal. I can do anything with eggs.
So you're early birds as well. You don't mind hosting early in the morning?
No, not at all. I'm quite an early person. I've got a 7-year-old, so like past 5:30 is a
Absolutely.
problem.
What am
you
I
know?
thinking?
Yeah.
I've got two of them. So.
And what about anything German? Because I know your wife is German to the point that you actually even set up a comedy play or a comedy skit called Sleeping with the Enemy.
Sleeping with the enemy, or in Germany it's called Living versus German.
Okay, so do you eat anything like traditionally German
Oh,
at
the
home?
Germans are known for many
need
things,
more?
you know, great
Bratwurst.
luxury automobiles, beautiful architecture, but they're not really known for their cuisine.
Are you joking?
Not really.
Bratwurst, bratwurst,
Pretzels,
sauerkraut,
sausage,
Pez
beer.
pretzels, beer.
I am so going to get into trouble now because you guys have
Dip
just
that
quoted all
pretzel
this.
in that
No, no.
gooey cheese.
Their Wurst is good.
The
You know what I mean?
sauerkraut's delish.
I'll give them that. They got great Wurst. But you know, it's like the French are known for their cuisine. And they're not really known for their luxury automobiles. You know what I mean? So I
can't
thought
have
maybe I
everything.
overstated that a little bit there. And that's going to get me into trouble with the Germans. Sorry.
Can I see your little juliennes that you've got?
Okay, but
Yeah.
mine are looking a little less
That's fine.
excited than yours.
Yeah.
You know,
How are my Julian carrots looking?
That's perfect. Oh, look at those carrots. Bon, do you want to try Julian a
It's
couple of
okay.
carrots?
Own lane.
Cool, so
own
there's
lane,
your
own
knife. You want
pace.
to try that?
I think I've got a bit of carrot envy here. Because Jeannie seems to have a whole different take on it, and I'm almost embarrassed by my bits then.
No, not at
Don't
all.
ever be embarrassed by your bits, Kurt.
No. So
We're
I've
in
also
this
got these
together.
additional cucumber ribbons. Because if you don't have any nori at home, I was trying not to pay attention to that. If you don't have any nori at home, what's really great, you can just overlap these cucumber ribbons and use that as the outside to your sushi rolls.
Really?
Yeah, I mean I mean, everybody's cucumber at home. I mean, you're gonna have it in the fridge, right?
Clem, I'm taking notes. I'm very impressed. I'm taking notes here.
There we go,
We
there
can
we go.
use
So-
the ribbons as the nori. Cool.
Ribbons as a nori. There we go. And Bonnie's julienne. Well, everybody's julienne's looking amazing.
Yeah,
amazing.
I like my
Yeah,
Julian.
my Julian's looking phenomenal. My manicure is looking shocking. I've just broken it. I've just ruined a finger during the cooking. So we've already cut our Julian vegetables. We've squeezed some rice. And we're going to get started with creating some more fabulous sushi after the break. See you in a bit. Get cooking with us today.
welcome back to Afternoon Express. If you've just joined us, we're making sushi live from your favorite kitchen in the land. Before the ad break, we prepared our julienne carrots and cucumbers and our rice. We had to squeeze it into a little bowl. And then now we're about to prepare our prawns, right?
Well, almost. I think we're going to do the avos first. How about we do that? So
Okay, let's do that. Let's do that.
We all got avos? Here you go, Bar.
Can you do this?
And if you have any questions, please call us, or if you have any tips for us about how you would like to make your sushi using any of the ingredients that you have in your home, do so.
Cool. Okay. So a cool little tip about the avos, if you want to know, look at the team over there. If you want to know if your avos are already unripe, if you look at the little tip over there, if it comes off really easily, you know it's ripe. If it doesn't come off just yet, it's still hard.
Oh, this little tip here.
There we go. So let's take it off. You see mine came out quite nice.
Tip, because you never really know.
But now you know.
Some
It
of it's
comes off
hard
like
and
a
some of
little
it's not.
scab.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a great tip. And then how do we cut it for sushi?
Right, so, got your knives. We're going to go straight down the middle and kind of just run the avo around, not the knife. You don't want to end up cutting yourself, and that's a safe way not to get cut.
Oh, good. Okay, that's a good tip
Cool.
too.
So once you do that...
Alrighty.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
I like it when Bonnie's like, she's like...
I get excited
like
when I
that.
do things perfectly. I'm a bit of a perfectionist. Okay, cool.
Cool, so then we twist. And you should have 2 perfect R's.
Yeah.
Oh, Jeannie's like the head of the class. Cool, so Kurt. I don't want you to get hurt now, okay? That's looking amazing. You get your knife.
Yep.
Aim for the pip in the middle. Whack.
Oh, not me.
Just whack
No.
it.
You said pop in the middle.
No, not at all.
Okay,
Just
that's
whack
pop here.
Whack it, and then twist your knife. There we go. Okay, we're winning. We're winning.
Wow, that's the first time
Look at
that's
that.
actually worked.
Okay, spoon's ready. And now we're gonna just remove the avo from the skin.
Just peel it away gently from the skin. Okay.
You got your spoon. You guys got spoons there?
Yep.
So what you're gonna do now is you're gonna put it onto your board. I'm gonna clear some space.
Oh, upside down like that, yeah.
There we go. Yeah, cut side down. Cut side down onto your board.
Okay,
Right.
gotcha.
The next part.
The concentration
There we go. Let me
in here
give you a
is
hand here real quick.
outstanding.
So I'm gonna demonstrate this, and the next part's gonna be, I want you to keep your eye on the knife. Okay, keep your eye on the knife. We're gonna go nice and fast. Actually, you know what? You got your bowl of water. First, dip the tip of your knife into the water.
Okay.
We're gonna create less friction with this move right now. We're gonna go nice and fast.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
You
just
made
a
that
little
look very
show-off move
perfect,
for
yeah.
me. 'Cause
I don't know, Claire, maybe can you put your fingers here while I do that?
Okay, doesn't have to be too fast, but just like don't let your knife lag, because what's gonna happen, you're gonna end up breaking the little slices of avo. Jeannie's got it, Bonnie's got
You
it.
gotta land it fast.
Look at you, kid.
Can I actually tell you a little story and why I'm concentrating so much today? Is because a few years ago I decided to host a New Year's Eve party at my house, and then I thought, well, everybody can make their own sushi. It was bad, hey. Everybody ended up starving because it was my responsibility to make the rice first. Messed that up. And no, like everyone went
You
hungry.
ended up ordering it.
And no, you can't. Nobody wanted to deliver on a New Year's Eve.
And the thing about
Couldn't get any
sushi
food.
is half the job is the presentation, right? So if it just looks like...
No,
Then it's over.
so bad.
It's done.
Exactly. Talking about presentation, what you should have is this beautiful guy like this, and if you kind of like push down, you should get beautiful avo ribbons,
Jeez.
like that.
I don't mean to brag, but
That
I
worked.
probably did
had-
best in class today.
Wow, I have mashed avo.
Wow.
Mashed avos,
Check.
that's fine.
Oh my god.
Look.
Whoa! There we
That
go,
is
guys.
like...
Wow.
I'm like an avo ninja now.
You are.
Cool.
Okay, cool. So you're all winning. Everybody's looks good.
Fabulous.
Absolutely fine. So now, Bon, I'm going to ask you to start
Okay.
launching some prawns for me.
Okay, cool.
So I've got some prawns over here. Before we start, I want to show you the prawns we're working with today. These are shell. The tails are still on, but the shell has been taken off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first show you how to look for the vein. These are already deveined, because you know it's important that we get rid of that.
All right.
So it's simple.
Do you know why? Do you know what's in the vein?
Because the vein just tastes dodgy, right?
It's bad for you, isn't it? Bad for you.
Jeannie,
you know what the
it's got
vein
bad
is?
bits
What
in
is
there,
it?
right?
Is it the poo?
It's the poo.
it's the poo. So you want to remove that.
someone
That's
to get
what
rid of
the vein is.
The vein's
And
gone.
do you know there are some cultures in the world that prefer if you leave the vein in?
That's so true.
Really?
I'm not one of those cultures. That is.
So
I think let's get rid of the poo vein.
So let me try to do it. So perfect. You know, hold it It's got the spine
Steaming
top,
my
right?
face over here.
Bon's going to do this for us, so we're all easy now. Bon's going to cook our prawns. You got the back of the prawn.
Yep.
You're going to kind of hold the back facing you, take your knife, and you just split it down the middle.
Okay.
And that's where the track would normally be. So you look for the little grey line. If it is there, literally take the tip of your knife and pull it out. Okay? So do that before. And then any shell that's still on there, simply pop it right off. So Bon, I've got a few for you, and I've got some boiling water. I've added some salt in there.
Okay.
What I need you to do is you just dunk it in there for me, and it's literally going to go for about a minute.
I'll pass them to her. I'm going to double check these veins because I am putting it in my mouth.
Am I supposed to be removing?
We have an
all the
official
shells
vein checker
removed from
here.
this?
All the shells are removed, because we can use it for the sushi. You don't want any shells in there. I mean, we don't need that extra texture. Look at this. We're like double checking. I like it. I like it.
Nice.
So this is for you, Bon. This is called your spider.
Okay.
So once you add the prawns to the water, let it cook for a minute.
So we're just blanching them.
We are just blanching it.
Honestly,
You can
they
put
good?
it in.
it's your
You
gig.
can pour it in, and then
I
I'll
just
just scoop
deep-pooed
it out.
them.
Just deep poop them.
Deveined.
Deveined. Thank you.
Vein.
Wow, did I get that right, Tim?
You did,
Wow,
absolutely.
that was completely by accident. That happens to me a lot, you might have noticed.
So now you own the Cape Town Comedy Club, but they've also got a kitchen, and of course, so that you can eat and drink while you're watching your favorite comedians. So as the owner, do you not have to oversee the menus and things?
Fortunately enough, I have the pleasure of saying that I employ a professional for that. Someone like, we've got our own Clem at the Comedy Club.
is that so?
Yeah, he's just called Thierry.
Okay.
He's a Belgian guy, lovely man, and he does all of this bits. But, you know, if I did it, I don't think we would have a very popular venue at all, I'm afraid.
What is your favorite meal to eat on your menu?
I'm a chicken wings kind of guy. I
Okay.
like them nice and crispy with a little bit of a squeeze of lemon on them, and they're in
yummy.
there like swimwear.
Okay, so
Yummy.
then what's the most popular thing then on your menu? Because I wouldn't go for exactly what you would
Ironically
use.
enough, the Schoonraad pizza.
Really?
Oh, wow.
What's
Yes.
on it?
What's on it? It's got a little bit of rocket on it, and some full chicken, and I think some brie cheese.
No
Oh,
condiments.
that sounds
condiments.
yummy.
Yeah.
Yummy.
Should we go?
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
I've been threatening to go for
all
a
the
long
pizzas
time.
are named after famous comedians, and someone stuck my name on there. I didn't do it. So we've got the Playa, we've got the Cosby, and the Schoonraad, and the Williams.
What's on the Cosby?
The Cosby's
Yeah, the
what?
Cosby-
Sorry, did you have to remove the
So
Cosby?
we took the Cosby off, I'm
It's a bit
afraid. You know.
controversial.
We don't want to have
Yeah,
like complaints
yeah.
20 years from now or something. You know, so it's just
20 years.
anyway. So
Okay,
All right,
cool.
that's done.
Is this done?
That's
so I
done.
can put that in the bowl.
They can go into the ice water first. The reason
Oh,
for the ice
into the
water is
ice
you don't want to overcook these prawns. You want to shock them now so it stops cooking.
Shock them.
Shock them.
I think they're officially
I think
shocked
they're
now.
shocked.
They
Isn't that
shocked.
in
I would
liquid
have
gel?
also been shocked if you put me in ice water like that.
Exactly. All right, so we're going to take it
Okay,
straight
now
from
it's
there.
good.
So we're going to start the most complicated part right now. We're going to start rolling these bad boys.
Nervous
Oh,
about
I'm
this.
always
This
nervous.
is where
Okay,
it
cool.
all goes wrong.
Okay.
Oh, I hope you at home are concentrating because this is where it all goes
Okay.
wrong.
This is where you
can put the
keep
heat
the
off,
delivery
'cause I don't know
number
how
handy.
Putting up all
Yeah,
those.
exactly. And don't try it first time on New Year's Eve.
Okay.
It's not
So
the good
what you're going to do
time.
now is you're going to, as much as you can, clear your working area.
All
It's
right.
not going to be spotless. We just want to have a bit of a space to start
Okay.
working.
Okay.
So I've got a bamboo rolling mat. These are really cheap. It's 15 Rand. So, I mean,
A bamboo rolling mat.
a bamboo rolling mat. So every household can get one of these.
So you can't use your yoga mat, it's too big.
You
need it smaller.
could try it. Could try it.
If you want your sushi to smell like feet, yeah.
Oh,
I think we found a whole new level for this cooking show now.
I think
Thanks.
so.
Why have you wrapped it in cling
Including
wrap?
wrap. So we're working with a lot of ingredients that like strong fishy flavors, like our prawns. We're also using some tin tuna, and a great way to make your bamboo mat last a
Yeah.
very long time is to cover it in cling wrap.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually a
makes
very
sense.
good point because we are using tinned tuna. We've got chicken and we've got biltong.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because we're not exactly, you know, we don't have high-end sashimi
That's so
in the
true.
loft. So this is just like a tin that you've got in your pantry.
It really is. We've got a few people that actually have told us that they like the idea of sushi, but they can't imagine eating raw fish. This is a really easy way to get into sushi by starting with these ingredients. So
Or just eating raw meat.
exactly. So like
Raw
we're starting
red
it out now. Exactly. So we're just cooking
So
everything.
this is like sushi on training wheels.
it really
Fabulous.
is.
But that's a great little compromise. So you can go for the sushi later on, and this is like the training thing. I'll smoke it.
So you
I
can
love it.
even use boerewors.
We're going to make it a little local. We're going to have boerewors
Nice.
in our sushi. I mean, why not? Okay, cool. So
Okay.
now we can pass things around now. So first thing you want to do is you want to get your nori sheet. So you don't have to use a nori sheet. Like I said, you can use the cucumber ribbons. But you want to go for nori? Yeah.
Yeah.
Very important, shiny side facing up.
A shiny
This
side
is
facing
seaweed,
up.
right?
Yeah.
Is this the same stuff that they would put into bracket miso soup?
It's a different type of seaweed.
Oh, okay.
So
So
it's a
you wouldn't just
different
cut
variety
this
of
up and
seaweed.
throw it in boiling water and then you've got miso soup?
You could flavor a nice stock with
Or
this
in
as
your
well.
ramen.
It's like a miso tea then, more like it. If you just...
Yeah, it's more. This is more a wrapper than a lot of flavor. You know what I mean?
Not
that
not like kind of wrap.
Or
Okay,
you
so
can just do what I do, stick this in your kid's lunchbox.
I agree. I eat this as well. It's delicious.
You're kidding me, right, Bonnie?
Hashtag Mother of the Year.
No, I swear, I give them seaweed.
So that's like we need something for lunch urgently.
They love it.
It's delicious. I love it too.
Okay.
So now we're gonna get busy with our rice. So shiny side up on our
Shiny
seaweed.
side up, yeah.
Gonna wet your fingers a little
Shiny
bit.
side up.
Okay. Which side is they both shiny, bro?
No,
Let's see.
There we go. Both shiny.
There we go.
Oh, okay. So that's
So more
No,
rice,
actually,
okay.
that's
More rice?
shiny.
okay. That looks
You
right.
good? You guys all right there?
Yeah, we
So we're
managed.
gonna do-
We managed. I've got help. Thanks.
We're gonna start pushing down the rice and using your other hand to guide where the rice goes. So try and get as much rice as you can onto your nori sheet.
Do I have to whip my hands first?
A little bit so it doesn't stick.
All right.
So the idea is now we're gonna continue rolling.
Okay.
These guys, please try to be as clean as possible. And we can start adding any other toppings that you like, okay?
Okay.
So let's start mushing it down.
Okay.
What do you think?
I don't know if I'm doing this right. Oh, I'm actually sensitive because I've messed it up once before. I just can't.
Bring
You're
your
having
flashbacks.
flashbacks.
Yeah. Oh, this is why you can't be a woman to do this according to Japanese law because your hands get too warm. Your hands need to be quite cold to do this.
But we're doing
And
well.
men have colder hands? I'm sorry, I'm not sure if that's
Yeah,
true, eh?
not sure
Cold
about that
like your
theory.
hearts.
So clearly we got something to talk about after the show.
I think
Some
so.
people have a bit of sharing to do. Jimmy, do you want to tell us how that worked out for
I
you?
just need a hug.
Okay, so what you're looking for is a nice layer of rice on it. You want to keep the first like 3 centimeters of the top of your sheet. Never mind. Don't need to. You don't need to.
Oh, now you tell me.
No. So let's go all the way. Let's go all the way. And now that you've got a nice layer of rice, let's start adding the toppings. So go for whatever you like. All our ingredients that we've got. You got your cloths at the bottom just to give your hands a quick clean.
Okay.
And we can start. So, whatever you want at this stage, guys, make it your own.
So messy. Okay.
This is just so fun.
Okay, cool. So don't
So
forget
it's
about your
looking-
proteins in the middle.
This,
So we got the chicken.
I mean, how thick does it have to be? It can't be that thick. Hey,
Yeah.
like if you
No.
imagine like we're eating normal sushi, you don't want it too ricey.
Yeah, don't be like those restaurants that give you like 90% rice and like 10% filling.
Oh,
Don't do
that's
that.
so clever. I didn't think about that until you mentioned it. I'm like,
Yes, but don't you see some seafood restaurants do that?
I'm just clearly such a sucker. Thanks for pointing it out. I'm going to keep looking at it now. Okay.
Okay, we're going to get busy with our fillings, and we're going to surprise you with exactly how gorgeous and tasty our sushi is when we return. We'll see you after this.
Express yourself.
Afternoon Express coming to you live this fabulous Tuesday afternoon as we bring you our fantastic cook-along with our sensational guest, Kurt Schoonraad. And I've just got this little feeling that after today, we're going to be big in Japan.
Oh, very big. Alphaville saying that's not right.
How's it going in the kitchen, guys?
It's going well. It's going
Okay,
well.
Bonnie's still busy rolling? You're
Okay.
having fun, eh?
I'm having fun. I'm actually loving this.
Okay, cool. So I've got mine.
it's
I've actually
almost
used
ready.
biltong in. So that's the biltong one. And then I've got one that's got tuna and carrot. Apparently that's the one that Jeannie's looking for. So Jeannie, I think we're going to tempura this guy. What do you think?
Okay, here's
Whoa,
mine.
Bon, look at that.
Oh, you're going to tempura the whole roll, yes.
We're going to do the whole roll.
Are you allowed to tempura the whole roll like that?
The thing is, if you're going to slice it first, you're going to end up fishing in the pot, catching
Okay.
8 little tiny pieces of sushi.
Okay.
So if you're doing the whole roll, it's one thing. I'm a man. I don't want to be multitasking, eh?
Someone's thinking, bro. I like
There
it.
we go.
Cheers.
So
Okay.
super easy. I've got some tempura flour. And you want to give the roll a nice coating first. That's going to help the batter stick to it. So just like that. And I'm actually going to make this batter. Tempura flour is really nice. It's got a little corn flour in there. Keeping in mind, it's not going to go brown. It's going to go crisp.
Okay.
Which is very cool.
Just lightly.
So don't wait for it to go brown. There's going to be...
Is there a difference between normal flour and tempura flour?
So normal flour is normally a wheat flour.
Okay.
Tempura flour is more corn flour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So ice cold soda water, just because the reaction between being a nice cold batter and the hot oil makes it go super crispy very fast. Cool. So
And
in
then
that
it
goes.
tends to not burn as much, right?
That's also true, yeah.
I think we've tried this in here before.
So it doesn't give you a nice flavor, unless you're gonna go and add like flavored water, but it's just for that reaction.
And sparkling water, yes?
Sparkling, definitely.
Alright.
Don't use any number fizzy pop cool drinks. We haven't tried that. We'll do it first, and then we'll let you know
because,
about
it's
that.
good at it sparkling because the normal, water restriction stuff, we can't do that anymore.
No.
It's very conscious.
Very
but-
true. So
Okay.
let's see how's our oil doing. It's coming up to temperature. So
Does it have to be really, really hot?
You kind of want it to be really hot. You don't want to cook the rice any further, and you don't want to cook the ingredients that's inside. You want to give it a nice coating on the outside, but you don't want to
Quickly.
change what's happening
Yeah,
on the
in and
outside
out.
too much. So just once you've got that going, get a nice slurry. And this is the one time you're allowed to have lumps in your batter. The one time.
The one time.
So you're allowed to overcook your rice with this recipe,
Right.
and you're allowed to have lumps in your
I don't know.
batter.
I think I'm fast. This is starting to
You're
become
becoming
one of
a
my
sushi
favorites. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could do lumps and the other bits. Yeah.
And yeah, exactly. So just like that, and now what you want to do is you want to make sure you get a good amount of this tempura batter on your sushi roll. And with a little bit that's actually on your spatula, on your tongs, just drop it into the oil, see what happens.
See what happens.
We're almost there. We got to let it go for a little bit. You don't want to add it too quickly, because what's going to happen is the oil's going to end up seeping through your
It
roll.
gets soggy. That's right.
No one has to soggy roll.
No.
No. Cool. So you're going to give it a second. You want to see the bubbles forming, which I think we're almost there.
Almost.
You know what? While we're actually waiting for that to come to temperature, let's slice one of these rolls. What do you think?
Absolutely, let's do that.
Because let's clean a little bit of the surface.
So you can't slice it before you fry it. So
You can,
do
but
it
like I was saying
individually?
earlier, you're going to have to then batter each little roll, each little piece individually, put it in there, and it's more likely that it can actually break up. You don't want to do that.
Of course, yes.
So rather doing in one big roll makes things a lot easier.
okay.
So
and
let's
if we
go-
wanted to, we could tempura the prawns before you put them in the roll,
You
right?
can just do some little separate ones as well.
Yeah.
So let's go. This is the biltong roll. Oh, here we go. Good tip again. So the same way that we sliced up our avos, with the tip of the knife,
the knife,
creating
yeah.
less friction.
Ah, lubrication.
How easy that was.
Yeah.
Look at that.
It's a good knife too, though. Ooh, perfect.
Guys, we
I think that deserves a
rock.
round of
You
applause.
rock.
Come
That
on,
is
that looks great, man.
That's
Biltong?
definitely Clem's one.
I'm sorry.
Let's go on the menu.
That's so going on my menu, and that might just become my speciality because it's simple, it doesn't require heat, and it looks good. I'm
There
a
we
fan,
go.
bro.
Winning. Okay, so you can trim the ends off nicely. You could, but I mean, we don't need to do that. We want to let people know that it was homemade. So we've got in half.
We want people to know it was homemade.
We want people to know it was
Fine,
homemade.
fine, if you have to.
Well, as long that's not made at Jeannie's home, apparently. Doesn't end up
It
well.
wouldn't have been made if it was
No.
not my home.
Okay, just like that. Guys, I'm not going to say I was worried.
Were you nervous?
Wow, man, look at that. That's perfect.
No, really, I'm happy. I'm so happy. Kurt, you're welcome to come back anytime.
I must say, I think I'm very impressed. This is good.
Yeah,
Step in.
Wow,
taste
man,
one.
that's beautiful.
Condiment free.
I think our oil's
I'm very impressed.
just about ready.
All right.
Wow.
Let's get this guy in.
Ooh.
There we go. Just drop it in there. It's going to come at the temperature and start bubbling there, just like that.
It's bubbling. It worked.
It's bubbling.
It worked.
So no condiments, but I've got some soy sauce on the table and some pickled ginger. You gave me the green light with that.
That is indeed. I like soy sauce.
And do you know what's really good news about these? Because these rolls are so big. What I only recently discovered, because a lot of sushi restaurants sell these massive nigiri rolls, is that you actually don't have to use chopsticks to eat sushi. You actually need to eat them with your hands. That's the proper way. And you only use your chopsticks for the sashimi.
No wonder you feel like a complete chop trying to get your chopstick around that big roll.
I know.
And I'm tempted to use my hand, but you know, it's just not appropriate in a sushi restaurant.
Well, you know what? Now that I know you're supposed to use your hands, still, if I'm sitting there, people are going to be like,
Yeah, everyone's going to look at you like you're the dunce.
Yeah. Like, excuse me, the lady at table number 4 is eating with her hands. What's next? Ketchup.
All right, so we're gonna let this guy go. It's almost there. It's gonna need another, I'd say another minute. We're gonna keep an eye on that. But otherwise, I
think we're ready
beyond
to eat.
impressed.
I'm very impressed.
So I think we should bring this to the table.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Here?
Cool.
We're in, we've got dinner, we've got
I'll bring the biltong too.
Pickled
Bring the
ginger.
bulldog.
And of course, we've got chopsticks for you.
Oh, this is where you
Not
embarrass me.
that you need them, but just in case.
Requires a little bit of training. Take your hand,
There you go.
hit it against the table 4 or 5 times. That'll loosen it up nicely. Make it
Oh, what an absolute treat. What is
Wow,
that?
man.
Plain veg? Oh, that's prawn.
Yeah.
yes.
Is that prawn?
So your tuna is supposed to be deep fried.
There you go.
Yummy.
Do you want to pass this? Is there soy sauce in that little kettle? No.
There we go. Soy sauce over here.
Thank you.
I'm even using. See how authentic? I'm even passing things to you with the chopsticks.
Wow.
That's skill level.
Well, that's a glass for you there.
There we go. We're gonna be bringing the water out in a second for you.
Okay, you go first, my dear.
All right.
So this is the sushi we are supposed to be using a chopstick with.
No, this is actually what
This is
only
the
the
hand
sashimi,
sushi.
only the pieces of the raw fish.
There we go.
This you can
Forget
eat
that.
with your hands.
I'm gonna use it with
So-
chopsticks to get a bit of ginger though.
I was
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
so impressed with my chopstick skills now, but now you've eliminated that altogether.
Well, you're more than welcome to, I'm sure. I don't think anybody's going to stop you. I like to eat with my chopsticks, actually.
All right.
Okay.
Right, I'm gonna try yours with the prawn. So these are quite big. These would actually be called futomaki.
Futomaki?
It's the big ones. So these big rolls.
But you said you can have it with your hands.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
So
my
futomaki
goodness.
would be with your foot. really. That would be no. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to have a little go of this, a little taste,
And
just
guys,
to see how well
if
we
you've been
did.
cooking along with us or making sushi along with us, send us a pic of your sushi or tell us how it went. Any questions you might have, pop them on our Facebook page. Okay. Right.
That
Yeah?
was not a top billing bite.
Well, that's good.
It is good, eh? So I read the 4 of us can just like open up our own little sushi restaurant.
Oh,
This
I
is
think
absolutely
we can
delicious.
start closer to home. We can invite all your friends back for that party.
There we go.
How about I invite all of my friends over to the Cape Town Comedy Club instead?
Deal.
for your biltong sushi.
Yeah,
There we
exactly.
go.
But then
I
you'll
love
be
it.
expected to...
This is really good. You can taste the coconut. You
Yeah.
taste it.
Really?
So you're not missing anything
the
like,
rice.
from traditional sushi. You're still getting quite a lot of flavor in there.
I must be honest. When you said basmati rice and coconut oil, I was like, are you sure about this, bro? But that is such a nice burst of flavor there that I didn't expect. It was beautiful. Very, very
Absolutely
nice.
beautiful.
Well
Yeah,
done.
very-
And thank you for coming. I think you definitely did inspire this delicious meal.
Thank you very much for having me over. And if I don't kind of put my foot in it, can I have another piece, please?
And thank you so much for joining us at home. We'll, of course, be back again tomorrow, same time, same place. Mwah. Good evening and happy
Thank you
eating.
for cooking along with us.
Ooh, mine's coming apart here.
Well done, guys. This was so delicious.
Oh, no.
Are you going to go for another piece? Is that your second piece?
Yeah.
That's my second piece.
Okay, I'm
so
going to go
good.
for my second piece as
Got a
well.
bit of a problem here.
Oh, how
I've
amazing.
got sushi breakdown.
Express. Meet some of the incredible women involved with the celebrated local film, Gratoa. Joining us in the loft are scriptwriter Kay Ann William, as well as lead actress in the film, Crystal Donna Roberts. Plus, we have the honor of meeting a princess of the Korana royal house of the Khoisan people.
Afternoon Express. Made with love by Clover.
Nada. Feel Good production.